Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the All-American Dynasty here on College Football 25. We have, for the last time in the series, the game. Ohio State and Cheaters. We take them on today. Thankfully, it's in the shoe, so we have home field advantage. Last season, we played them. We won the game. We went on to win a national championship. This game is even more important because we have one loss. Last year, we didn't have a loss. But this year, we have suffered a loss earlier in the season to Penn State, so we can't really afford to lose this game. And obviously, we never want to lose to them. To these people. They're not even these gross people. Disgusting university. Disgusting people. Disgusting campus. I hate all of it. Gross. Nasty. Hate them. So we've got the game, and we've got a real good chance to play in the Big Ten Championship. All we got to do is win this game, and then we're in. It sounds very simple. Will it be able to happen? I don't know. Let's go and find out. If you're going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's play the game. It is finally time. The greatest rivalry in sports is here. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. The conference standings you can see right here. We've already given Oregon their one loss, and it looks like we're probably going to play them again in the Big Ten Championship unless somehow they lose this week, and then maybe we play USC. I guess that's possible, but more than likely, as long as we win this game today, we're taking on Oregon in a rematch in the Big Ten Championship, which is not like a terrible thing, but I never like to play Oregon in College Football 25. They're super good no matter what time period you're in. Oregon is just super good. The playbooks are good. They recruit really well. It's a tough team to play. So it's going to be a little bit of a tough Big Ten championship. This is the Heisman voting. We obviously don't have anybody in here because our guys don't get the credit they deserve because our guys throw a lot of interceptions. Although 20 and 10 is not a bad ratio for me. I usually throw like maybe swap these around. Maybe not, I throw a lot of touchdowns, but also maybe it's 20 and 20 most of the time, 2,000 yards. But this really hasn't been a passing season. This has been more of a grind it out, run it down your throat, run the clock type of season, and that's exactly what we've been doing. And we've been winning games because of it, except for the game against Penn State. But we're not going to talk about that. It is finally time, and I'm not going to let them wear these stupid all-white uniforms. They're going to wear the blue pants because that makes them look a little bit more presentable, even though they still look gross. And then we are obviously wearing the home scarlets because that's real history right there. And we are going to take on the team up north in the shoe, the game. It's the most important game on the schedule. Let's do this.
Hello there and welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth at Kirk Street. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going.
We will start with possession. It's a rainy one here in November, late November after Thanksgiving. And we're trying to get the job done in the game. We got it done last year. I don't see why. Last year was 24-3. I don't see why it can't happen another year. So let's just go and do it right now. Let's just go and win a football game. Win a freaking football game. That's all it is. It's just 4 quarters. All we got to do is win. This team does not mean anything to us. They are nothing. We can beat them easy. And that's not a great start. That's an unfortunate non-block there on the jet sweep. Okay, all right, not a good start. Not off to a great start, I'll say. But we could turn our fortunes around if Steve Largent can turn up the field, and yes, he can, because of course Steve Largent can do those things. That's why we have him on the team, because he can do things that other people simply cannot. Hand off to Hillis, and Hillis will break a tackle. Peyton Hillis, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's huge. Ooh, I kind of like the matchup that Jarvis has, but I'm going to stay on the ground with Hillis. But I really did like that matchup, one-on-one with the corner there, because you never know what that safety's going to do. Is he going to drop back and help, or is he going to drop down into the box? I don't know what he's going to do, so it could have worked out for us, but we chose just to hand it off to Peyton. We get the first down, and we keep on moving along. Ooh, but they're going to press. They're going to press. And you know how I feel about press coverage. But I stick to the game plan. Stick to the game plan. Just hard-nosed, smash-mouth, run the football type of game. In the rain, this is what football is meant to be. Who needs an air raid? Who needs 5,000 yards through the air when you can just run people over? That's what we're trying to do. And Hillis, ooh, not great blocks there. Got a yard somehow. I'm not sure how he got a yard out of that. Did get a yard, and his risk of injury is already severe. He could not handle many more runs. I'm pretty sure last episode we put Ricky Williams in for a while. He had, like, I think he had most of the second half, actually, in that game. But we are doing a brilliant job here in this first quarter. We've taken the entire first quarter. The team up north has not even sniffed the football on offense in the first drive of the game, or the first quarter of the game here. Look at that. Zeros across the board, big donuts. If we could just do that the entire time, that would be awesome. Be super sick. I'd love to have it where they don't touch the ball the entire half, but I don't think that's possible. We'd have to do some real big shenanigans if we wanted that to happen, but I don't think that's even... I really don't think that's possible. Ricky Williams with a great run, some really good blocks to open up that hole, and Ricky gets down to the 7. We're just going to keep pounding the ball. Nebraska won their game against Iowa. We have to keep an eye on what Oregon does and what USC does. As Ricky Williams scores the first touchdown of the game, we really just control that entire drive, which is exactly what we want to do. We scored in 6 minutes. Took 6 minutes and 38 seconds off the clock. Brilliant. But we got to keep our eyes on, if they show us, what is Oregon doing, what is USC doing, because those two teams, I guess Nebraska, they were, what, number 4 in the rankings, in the top 25? I guess there's a possibility that Nebraska jumps in there. I don't know what their conference record is, though. That's the only thing. I don't remember from the standings. We know that Oregon and USC are the likely options, and it's most likely, if I could tackle, please, it's most likely going to be Oregon. I'd be shocked if they lost. I think their only loss is to us, so I'd be shocked if they picked up another loss this late into the season. That's got to be intercepted. It's not. It bounces off of I think the helmet or the shoulder, some body part of a wide receiver for the team up north. We've gotten our stadium rank up to 6th toughest place to play, which is nice. I think when we started this series, because we had to simulate like 5 years in the future to make sure we got rid of all the real life people for the to be able to edit anybody for the NIL stuff. So when we took over the franchise or the Dynasty, we were like out of the top 25 rankings in terms of toughness. Because for some reason the Buckeyes don't simulate well in college football. It was the same thing back on NCAA football back in the day. I don't know why the Buckeyes, the first year they would simulate really well, but then after that they you wouldn't simulate, the Buckeyes wouldn't simulate well unless you played as them, which is super strange because obviously they're one of the best teams, the best team in college football. So I don't know why they didn't simulate well in the game, but it seems like it happens again in this game. I hope they fix that for 26 because it doesn't really make much sense. We'll see, though. It's only a couple of weeks, I guess, until maybe like 2 weeks as of recording this video until College Bowl 26 drops, which is, oh, what a disgusting juke from Ricky. Does he have the getaway speed? Of course he does. He's got that getaway from the cop speed. That is some beautiful acceleration from Ricky Williams and a touchdown for the Bucks. That was a nasty juke, though. I got to see that again. He opened up that hole, and then he gets through there. He bounces off his lineman, and then I see this space here, but I wasn't sure the juke was actually going to work because you know how jukes are. I thought 4 was going to be able to bring me down, but the juke is just nasty. Just a little whoop, and then he just had the speed to get away from everybody. Big dog Rick. Big dog Rick. Outrunning everybody into the end zone. Tutty for the boys. And I might need to do a little bit of thumbnail work here, just in case. Let's do maybe that possibility. How about something else? I kind of like something like this might be good. Little action shot. All right. Putting the ball through the uprights, 14-0. This is exactly how I wanted this game to go. But you never know. I mean, when you're facing a team like them and they're top 10, they do have 3 losses, so maybe they're a fraudulent top 10. That's what it seems like, at least. They seem to be a little bit of a fraudulent top 10. I don't know. But you never know how it's going to play. You know, they could play up to our level, they could play down. You never know what's going to happen, really. Hard to predict. That's a great tackle, though. Only got a yard out. I thought we were going to be pushing them for more than just a yard, but thankfully he fell over at a yard. Georgia's winning their game against Georgia Tech. They're number 3 in the rankings right now. I'd really like if we could tackle, please. 3rd and 4. Do I bring a blitz? Nah, empty backfield. This is going to be a pass. We're not going to bring a blitz here. We'll just let natural pressure occur. Because we got Jadeveon Clowney, who's a beast, but it's not going to get there in time, and it's a catch and a first down. He's getting more yards. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Jadeveon had the pressure. He won instantly off of his initial block. But they threw a second block there. Whoa! They did a little trickery. It fooled me, that's for sure. I wasn't expecting that to come around. Thankfully, our guys, the other guys, the CPU guys, didn't get fooled, and we had that blocked pretty well. But it fooled me for sure. I was not expecting the secondary pass to the other guy, or the secondary handoff, I guess. And he actually was going to have positive yards there, that running back. But then he broke a tackle, which didn't help him because he broke the tackle backwards and ran backwards. Pretty sick little broken tackle, I might add. Oh, this quarterback's going to scramble. Turn me into somebody. It's a first down. First down for him. All of our guys, we were in a zone. All of our guys were covering other people, and it never turns me into a guy that has a chance of the play, does it? Yeah, I saw that one coming, but he runs out of bounds after only gaining 2. His name's Goldberg? Goldberg. 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 Pretty sick name. I wonder if in College Bowl 26, if Goldberg's kid, because Goldberg, if you're not familiar, Bill Goldberg, WWE Hall of Famer, obviously WCW World Heavyweight Champion, you just look him up. His son, he has a son who is on Colorado as a linebacker, I think. I don't think he's graduated yet. So he could be in the game if he agrees to like be in it, obviously. Although at this point, why wouldn't you? You're getting like $1,500 to be in the game, and I'm pretty sure you get the game for free. Like, who would? It'd be stupid not to. I would have took it last year with the $500 because I've always wanted to be in a video game. So, especially a sports video game. So why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you take that? But I guess people have their reasons. I mean, that was the whole Arch Manning thing until he at the very last minute agreed to be in it, which everybody kind of assumed he was going to do. It was kind of stupid that he didn't agree. Oh, that's a nasty sack. It was kind of stupid that he did that whole song and dance about him he's not going to be in and all that kind of stuff because he's a Manning or whatever. But then he came to his senses. He probably just wanted more money than the $500, which is stupid because he's a Manning. He don't need money for the rest of his life. Unless he wants to make his own money, which is understandable. But he didn't go about it the right way, at least initially. This is a super long play action. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? Yeah, that was not a good... Don't call that play action. Little friendly reminder. Don't call that play action ever again, because that was not good. I'm surprised I didn't get sacked immediately. Can I get this off? Oh, Joey's windup was so long. I feel like I get a completion there if Joey doesn't have to just take so long to heave that football. I need a quick release. Oh, that's brutal. And now they're going to get 3 points at least. Maybe a touchdown, depending on what happens. But that's so annoying, man. That was. I probably could have got that ball to him. But he just took so long to chuck that football down the field that he ran out of time. It's unfortunate. And now we give the opponents a chance to get points on the board. They're going to check that down. It's going to first down. It'll stop the clock, but they used their last timeout. That's a little risky because you got the timeout and you got the first down, which would have stopped the clock momentarily, and you called the timeout. So now if you don't get this... Oh, they're going to get it anyway. Never mind. Yeah, I probably should have punted it away. I probably should have punted it away, if we're being totally honest. But I guess I forgot all about the super long windup that Joey Harrington has. Because I just wanted a little bang, and then he just drops a bomb to the receiver. But that is not Joey Harrington. We have 5 seconds. I guess we have a chance to do something else. So let's get into a gun formation. Find me a 4 verticals. Because that gives us the best option. Although, maybe we do something like this. Like an inside zone and then switch to a verticals out of it. This gives us a good shot. We'll see if we can maybe snag a few points. Boom, Joey dropping a bomb. Get there! Off the hands of Tim Brown. Or maybe it was off the hands of the defender. I'm not sure, but... I thought if we could just put enough on it to get it over the head of the DBs, that maybe it would work, but that didn't. We would go into the halftime locker room only up by a single touchdown. It is a little unfortunate, but I kind of put ourselves in this situation, or put myself in this situation. I clearly should have just punted the ball, but I got a little greedy. And it came back to bite me. We'll see if we can stop them here, because really, they haven't been able to do anything against us other than the short field. Clowney almost got the sack, and Fred Smoot almost got the interception. I hate the quarterbacks that get the ball away just as I'm around ready to get there. A little annoying. Tackle him. Do not let him get yards out of this. It's a touchdown, because I missed the cut stick. Wow. How did he even initially break the tackle? I thought we had him in the backfield stopped. I shouldn't have went for the cut stick, but if I would have went for a regular tackle, he probably would have broke that as well. So I thought cut stick gave me my best option. I did it too early and I was short. So not a good start to the half. It's all tied 14 apiece. And what was a very dominant first quarter has ended up being not so dominant now. It really should only be 7. I gave them the free 7 points because of the great field position that they had. Very annoying. But we just continue to go back to what works. The run game was working all first half. So let's just go right back to it and move down the field again. Although you're going to play one single high safety and bring a press, I got some dangerous weapons. Tim Brown, oh my God! Okay. They brought so many people. I was not prepared for such a heavy blitz. Tim Brown would have had a touchdown there. But I could not physically get that ball out quick enough. They were in the backfield almost immediately as I snapped it, which is obvious because they didn't get blocked, so they had a free reign to the quarterback, but I just wasn't expecting that. I thought that I would have a little bit of time because I knew that at least somebody was going to get open. I didn't know if it was Tim Brown or who, but I knew somebody was going to get open right there, and just couldn't get the ball to him. Just like on that play where I couldn't get the ball to him. And I have no idea where to go with this. A 3rd and 8 screen sounds kind of insane, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, it's not going to work because Ricky got stuck. Ricky got stuck, and I'm not going to learn from my mistakes. I am going to go for this on 4th and 8. I talked about how I should have done it in the last time. I'm still going to do it this time. I don't learn. Man, why is the blocking non-existent? Where did the blocking go? I'd like to find out where that happened at, where the blocking went, because there was that whole drive really was bad blocking. That's a little annoying, and that's going to be a touchdown, isn't it? Yep. We have lost the lead because of my arrogance and greediness and bad blocking. It's all part of it, but mainly my not learning from mistakes. I obviously shouldn't have gone for it. I knew that as I picked the play. I said that. I just thought I could do it. And that's really all it comes down to, is I thought that I could get the job done. I couldn't get the job done. Not much else to say about it other than I thought I could do it and I couldn't do it. So you know what we're going to do now? We're going to go for a one-play touchdown because we need a big play to get this ball rolling. Where's the blocking? I know that my immediate decision to throw that to Jarvis Landry was kind of out of the way when he got covered by the safety, but where's the blocking? I need a little bit of time here if I'm going to find these deep throws. That's actually got a chance here. Jarvis Landry down the field. He breaks the tackle. That was a pretty sick little catch from Jarvis. A good enough throw from Joey. Gets us out of the shadow of our own end zone, and that is really bad blocking. Sometimes I question if these boys even want to play. The amount of bad blocking I get. Ricky Williams takes it to the 29. It's 3rd and 6. We got to try a little bit of a slot trail because this play usually works. Can I fit that in there? Yes, I can. Steve Largent wide open. I don't know what it is about that play, but that receiver, whoever it may be, usually gets open. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty reliable route to call. Oh, that's going to be a really bad throw! Ricky almost caught it at the deflection. It wasn't even supposed to go to him. But I threw it so late that they ran into each other's routes, really. And I guess I didn't care who was going to catch it. But Ricky drops it off the deflection. He didn't catch it because he wasn't ready for it, obviously. 3rd and goal at the 2. We're going to call hurry up to make sure they're not ready. We're going to snap this quickly. And they're going to leave a wide open gap. Ricky ties it back. We tied it up at 21. Ricky's got all of our touchdowns, which is kind of funny. Obviously, he had the really big run, but the other two have been close to the goal line. And now, we need to get the ball back. They really only should have 7 points. We've given them 14 free points because of my stupidity and turning the ball over on 4th down, giving them super short fields. Other than that, they've only got 7. So if we think about it like that, it makes me feel a little bit better. And even if we lose, we win. Because in my mind, we'll have more points. That's got to be a sack. Erasmus, he spins around it. What is this, College Ball 26? What is this? How did Erasmus not bring him down there? He spun around the tackler. What are we talking about here? Erasmus filled that beautifully. What is this? Why would Erasmus go for a shoulder tackle? That's crazy. And then he had too much speed to get away. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? This quarterback is unbelievable. I didn't know I was playing prime Denard Robinson out here. This is insane. This is legitimately insane. But here we are. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. The way he got out of that sack. He's going to scramble again. He's going to get a lot of yards again. This quarterback is uncontrollable. He's unbelievably fast, and I can't handle it anymore. I want him to not have a head. So somebody rip his head off. Oh, I beautifully read that. The read option was horrible. Erasmus gets in the backfield. He shuts him down. Good job. The big 2nd and 16. If we can just keep pushing him back, get the football, score again, it'll be beautiful. He's going to throw that to the running back. Oh, the juke was legendary. That was a lethal... It wasn't really even a juke. It was just he changed his path with like a user joystick move or something. Get to the quarterback. Don't let him run. He's going to run first down. I hate this quarterback. I hate him so much. I want to fire him into the sun. Of all the teams that have a fast quarterback, it's this team. Oh, it's wide open. It's a touchdown. They've taken the lead back. It's 28-14, or 20-21, I mean. I hate this team. 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 And I've given them all these points. Not those points. But I've given them half their points. All right. We just got to go back and do it again. Although, oh, I thought Fred Smoot had a kick return touchdown there. I think I lost a little bit of momentum at the end. I think I ran into somebody. Peyton Hill is finally back on the field. We haven't seen him since like the first quarter. He feels super slow. So that severe injury has not gone away, as you can tell. I don't know why they keep bringing him out there. I'm probably going to turn the chew clock off. I like having it on, but I don't want to run myself out of time here, especially down by a touchdown. So we'll turn off the chew clock. We'll go with a halfback angle. I might have to sub out manually. I might have to sub out Peyton Hillis. Although I'm going to get him a rep right here. He's not very fast, but he somehow found some open space. He just does not have any speed anymore. It's going to be nice when we're able to do this on the field in 26. But we got to make sure that Ricky is in for everything. There we go. All right. So we have made it to the 27. Is this going to be open again? I took a sack. I don't think it was open, to be fair. I pressed the throwaway button, but it didn't register. He just stood there. So that kind of sucks. And obviously we need a touchdown. We don't need any field goals or anything. This defensive line is out of control. Brutus helping up Jarvis Landry is kind of funny. This defensive line is getting so much pressure so quickly. Ricky Williams, they gave me the first down, thankfully. It's kind of huge. 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Ricky Williams. If we're able to score here, do we take it to overtime just by tying it up with an extra point, or do we go for 2 to try to win it? That's a little risky. If we don't get it, we lose, and then I'll be super sad. Ricky keeps fighting. Oh my God, he got way farther than I was expecting. I did not think he was going to get to the 2-yard line. And here comes Kyle Juszczyk into the game. The backup fullback gets denied. That'll probably take us to the 2-minute warning. Oh, man. The fact that we are in this situation is very annoying, I will admit. And Ricky is in. Do we just kick the extra point? Yeah, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Just kick the extra point. There's still 2 minutes to go. Maybe we can turn them over and still have a chance to win the game. There's a possibility. So if there was like 58 seconds left, then maybe I would have considered it a little bit more. Thought about it a little bit harder. Maybe going for it, going for 2. But there's 2 minutes to go in this game. If we can somehow turn them over, then and get the ball back, we can possibly win it. So there's still hope. Oh my mother! I couldn't see where the ball was gonna go. The camera didn't pan over there quick enough, so I didn't know where my guy was in proportion to where the football was. So I couldn't get the right angle. I couldn't tell if I was close to the interception or not. That's got to be picked. And it will be. It's the man of all the teams, Jason Sehorn. My God, that's Jason Sehorn. And he has a huge return up to the 26. That could have just clinched this. Because if anything, we're already in field goal range. They're going to call their timeouts. Ricky Williams gets it centered. A first down and a field goal win us this game. I really don't want it to come down to a field goal. I'd rather win it with a touchdown, but it's not looking like that's going to happen, actually. They obviously know we're going to run it. And now Ricky's wear and tear is starting to get to him, so he's not as fast as he was, which is kind of his big thing. But Ricky Williams, no, he's down at the 2, or he's down 2 yards away. Oh, if he would have just got a first down there. I mean, I got to take the field goal, right? Or do I go for it on 4th down? No, I got to go for it. Or I got to take the field goal. They almost blocked it. Oh, my God. Oglesby drills the field goal. We lead by 3 with 1:19 and no timeouts. This game is so much more dramatic than I ever wanted it to be. But I made it that way. I gave them 14 free points. Sack him. Huge sack with no timeouts. That's a massive sack. That pushes them all the way back to their own 17. Oh, we almost got another one. Pick it off. End the game. Fred Smoot off his hands. Oh, Fred, if he would have just picked that off, man, that would have been sick nasty. That would have iced it. We could just kneel it down and win it, but unfortunately, we have to go to a 3rd and 18. He's going to check it down. Stop him. Tackle him. Thank you. 4th and 9. They're obviously going to go for it. Under a minute to go in the football game. Possibly the final play. Deep ball. Intercepted by Tank Carter of all people. Just go down, Tank. It's ball game. They tried to get aggressive, and it didn't work. He threw into double coverage. And my middle linebacker, well, one of my linebackers, Tank Carter, happens to be right there to intercept the pass. And the Buckeyes will win the game for the 2nd year in a row. Whew, that one had me a little bit worried, I will admit. Just a little bit worried about that one. But we get the job done. We literally couldn't have done it without Ricky Williams. He scored every single one of our points, right? Except for the field goal. So we literally wouldn't have done this without Ricky Williams. This game obviously was way closer than I wanted it to be. That could have been avoided. Or at least there would have been a better chance of it not being this close if I didn't have those 2 4th down turnovers. We're trying to get stupidly aggressive for no reason and it coming back to cost me. Obviously, that's true. That happened. But in the end, it didn't matter. Woo! And we get a big level up. That's huge. Up to level 19. We will advance to the Big Ten Championship where we most likely play Oregon. Ooh, we get a 5-star, Harlan Faust. And a 3-star guard, Elijah Wyatt. And a 3-star tackle, Braden Looper. So some more people committing to the program. Femi decides to not commit to us. Erasmus gets player of the game defensively and nationally. Ricky Williams gets player of the game offensively. And we will take on Oregon in the Big Ten Championship. So a rematch of a game a couple episodes ago, or last episode in terms of this one. Our recruiting class is looking pretty good. Obviously, it's not going to matter because this is the final season. So, still a pretty good class, though. We'll take a look at it at the end of the year, though. We have 10 skill points. Do I need to spend these 10 skill points? Do we have elite recruiter? We don't even have elite recruiter unlocked. That's kind of low-key, a little depressing. Let's just buy some more motivator stuff. Why not? Okay. Advance to... Nope, that's not the right thing. Advance to the Big Ten Championship game where we will take on the Oregon Ducks for the second time in 3 episodes. There it is. Number 1 versus number 5. How close did they make it? Did USC make it? We've got... So we're both 8-1 in the conference. So USC lost again? I think they lost. Nebraska made it close. But they needed... Both these teams needed Oregon to lose, and Oregon didn't lose. So I think Nebraska would have passed Oregon if they would have lost. If Oregon would have lost. Because they would have all been at 7-2. And I think Nebraska would have passed them with the overall record and stuff. But who knows? It might have still been... It might have always have been Oregon. So who knows? It's hard to tell. But that is going to do it for the episode. We'll take a quick peek at the bracket. We currently own the number 1 spot. Oregon is there. So that gives me hope that potentially, if we lose this game, we still might get in. I don't know, though. I don't want to lose the game. I want to win the game and win the Big Ten Championship and be cool. Because we won it last year. We can win it again this year. It's no big deal. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did... Oh, wait. Hold on. I can't end the episode without taking a look at the full season stats. Forgot to do that. Here we go. So we'll end the episode after we look at this. Joey Harrington with 2,100 yards, 20 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. I didn't throw a single touchdown or interception in that final game, but that's okay because we won it. Then the rushing numbers, Peyton Hillis had 182 carries, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Ricky Williams, 859 and 13. Pretty impressive from a freshman who was the backup to the starter. Pretty impressive. Receiving numbers, obviously they're not going to look that good because we didn't throw the ball all that much, but Tim Brown still had a good season. Steve Largent was pretty important. Jarvis Landry had a good freshman year. Evan Ingram's a freak. Peyton Hillis was good. Defensively, 70 tackles for Ben Burkervin. He filled the A.J. Klein role really well. 51 for Tate Carter. Jim Leonard had 45. Tackle for loss leader was Terrence Cody. He's a boss. 16 for Erasmus James. 13 for Pierre Paul. And Clowney had 12. As a freshman, Clowney had a big season. Cody leads the team with 8.5 sacks. 6.5 for James. 6 for Pierre Paul and for Clowney. And Udezi had 3. Okay. And then the interceptions. The man of the hour, Jason Sehorn, who sealed it for us in the game. He finishes with 6 in the regular season, and then 3 for Leonard and Smoot, 2 for Ben Burkervin, Tank Carter, and Kyle Wilson, and then 1 for Ed Reed, Joe Hayden, and Kenny Phillips. I don't remember Joe Hayden's interception at all. It must have been super early into the year. We did have a kick return touchdown from each of Kyle Wilson and Fred Smoot, both 94 yards. Pretty funny. Punt return, no punt return touchdowns. That is all righty-o. 4 for 4 with a 40-yard field goal. Pretty impressive. Okay, whatever. And now we can end the episode. So thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. If you enjoyed, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.